I mean, I look at the stats, and it looks like we played a great match. I thought we played okay. It just didn't feel, I felt like Friday was a little bit cleaner. I think our passing, was up and down a little bit. Serving was a little bit up and down. But did get some rhythm. In each game, we'd get some rhythm, but then I thought we'd kind of let them back in a little bit. So a lot of good things, but, we focused on a couple specific things this weekend, coverage and out-of-system setting, and I thought those things got better. We need to spend some more time on our defense. We're going to really lock into that this week. I think we're moving too much defensively, and we got to get a little better at that.
Questions?
They were passed really well to start the match, and then their offense just kind of fell off the map there. What changed from a surging perspective to get them kind of out of sync, off schedule, and all your blocks to line up?
I don't know if it was a change. I think maybe we talked about trying to get in the seams. Their Achilles heel a little bit has been passing, and I agree. We were like, gosh, I think the first 5 or 6 balls were all perfect passes. So we knew if they were in system, they were a very good team. So I don't know if it's changed. You just try to, beat teams down. It's, you try to just keep it on them and see if you can wear them down a little bit. And, we did have a little bit of disruption. And, as soon as we could disrupt that and neutralize them, that makes a big difference.
Harold had 10 kills, 3 aces in the first 2 sets, and then hit negative in the third.
Is that 10? Yeah, 10. Our scout wasn't spot on for her. She did some different things than what we've seen, so we made some adjustments on how we were going to defend her, and I think that helped a little bit, probably the biggest thing. And then, she's a good player. We were keying on what we thought her tendencies were. And then just, I think when a player starts, you can watch it on film, but they have a game plan, and then you kind of get used to how a kid hits. So either the player keeps having success, or you kind of hone in on what they're doing and seeing if they can do something else. And I thought we kind of locked into what she was doing.
Was there an adjustment made in the locker room after the second set, or was it just kind of on the court?
No, it was earlier than the second set, yeah, or earlier than the split. It was during a timeout, or even I had talked to Ellie between a point after she hit duplicate balls to an area we said she didn't hit, that we were like, okay, we need to make some adjustments here.
Ellie had a really good weekend for you. What do you feel like she did so well?
Bickelmeyer, Ellie,
Yeah.
yep. Well, she just got a cortisone shot in the shoulder, and I think her shoulder has really been hurting, and she said this past week it's felt a lot better, and I think she's hitting with more pop. The other thing is it takes she likes a really specific ball, and Kendra's starting to get that ball a little bit better. So I thought she did a great job, and with her shoulder being out, she never serves, so she spends that whole time blocking, and I think we saw some transfer in match that she was getting a lot of good block touches tonight too.
With Kiara kind of back in that, I guess, NB1 spot, what's been the difference there in terms of her play and kind of the way it permeates?
She's actually in the 2, but Kiara, it's really been trying to figure out the connection between her and Kendra and how we make them connect the best. So we've honed into trying to move her around on the court. You saw her hitting in front and behind the setter a fair amount tonight. So that's something that that was another thing that we implemented this week and had some success. And what we saw was Nova then started to try to get forehands on that ball behind, which will open up Bickelmeyer or open up the outside. So those are the things that, hopefully if everyone's doing their job and we're in system, we can create some single blocks for people.
In serve receive, they got a lot of aces today. How much of that was just they were hot, and how much of it is an adjustment that y'all need to make?
Well, the very first ball of the match I thought was a great serve. That one, that thing just dove out. No, I thought, they did serve well. They served us in seams. I thought they did it in bunches, and so that was disappointing. If you get aced once, you got to make sure we don't get aced again, and that happened a few times tonight. I don't want to take anything away from Villanova's serving, but of course we're going to look back and say, there's things that we should have done better that we didn't think. No, I don't think we should have been aced as many times, and especially in duplicate the way that we were.
With Nora back on the court now, do you kind of envision going forward like next weekend and everything, just using her in the front row as well?
Again, our biggest thing is to play it conservative right now and make sure that but when she comes back, she's fully healed. So her timeline is still unknown, but man, it's nice to have her back on the court, even 3 rotations.
Before the year started, you said a goal for Ava was to play all 6 rotations, and today she got 12 digs, second on the team. Can you talk a little bit about her growth on that side of the ball?
Yeah, I think Ava, we just had individual meetings last week, and, one of the things we told her was, with Nora going out, she just had so much load. She went from a 4 rotation passer to a 6 rotation passer. She went from, or 3 rotation passer sometimes, and she's been statistically, if not our best passer, one of our best passers during that time frame. So really proud of what she's done. She struggled passing tonight, but in general, she's been just a phenomenal passer for us. And I think her defense continues to get better, and then the luxury is that we can use her out of the back row, and I thought she had a lot of good back row swings today.
Destiny and Kiana got the inefficient starts offensively today, but then they really were super clean the rest of the way. What did you see as a difference for those two in particular to get your offense kind of like multiple options?
Well, I'm particularly proud of Destiny because I think one of the things that we've talked to Destiny about is not letting an error mentally create other errors, right? Like being able to be like, okay, I'm going to regroup and right the ship. And I thought she did that today, and I was really proud of her. Kiana's always been pretty good at that. If Kiana has a slow start, she's going to keep swinging and going for it. So, we thought Kiana would get going. They were doubling Kiana a fair amount. They didn't initially, and then they did a lot, and so we were opening things up. But, again, just being mentally resilient is so important.
How hard is it for someone like Nora, who's traditionally an outside hitter, to adjust to just playing the back row?
I think Nora's just really excited to be on the court right now. So, that's her home position in the back row. So what she was doing is the same thing that she normally does. It's just half the time. So, no, I don't think it's an adjustment other than, she's just been so excited to get back into practices, and, she's got stuff that she can do with the team and then stuff that she does one-on-one as we're progressing her. We just want to make sure that A, her body's ready because she was on full rest for a long period of time, and B, that we don't push things so that she gets re-injured.
Anything else for Coach? Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.